Here are 5 of the most unusual causes of death in the long history of Glasnevin Cemetery. Number 1. Head crushed by elephant. On the 9th of June 1903, Dublin zookeeper James McNally, the keeper of the elephant house, was tending to Sita, the Indian elephant's ingrown toenail. Throughout the years, James McNally and Sita had a very good relationship, but he must have touched a nerve while applying the ointment. Sita was in a lot of pain and knocked James McNally over with her trunk. Before he could react, Sita's foot came down on his head, killing him instantly. He's buried here in the garden section of Glasnevin Cemetery, in a grave which sadly remains to this day unmarked. Number 2. On the 5th of July 1881, a local woman, 45-year-old Catherine Connolly, was buried in Glasnevin Cemetery. Her cause of death? Struck by lightning. She's one of 3 people in our burial records who have lightning strike as her official cause of death. Number 3. Killed by a lion. Bill Stevens was a lion tamer who worked with Fawcett Circus. He'd recently purchased a lioness named Pasha from Dublin Zoo. Pasha was notoriously unpredictable. One of his tricks was to place his head within Pasha's gaping jaws. Hoping to move to the United States to work in a circus there, Bill Stevens bought a lovely new suit and was intending on showing the talent scouts how well Pasha was trained. However, while wearing the new suit, Pasha didn't recognise his scent and refused to come out of her cage. Anxious to impress the talent scouts, Bill Stevens went into the cage himself. Pasha immediately pounced on him, and within a few seconds it was all over for poor Bill Stevens, who was buried across the way in St. Paul's section. His little marker states, Bill Stevens, killed by lion. Number 4. Accidentally killed by a wild animal in the zoological gardens. Another unfortunate story of a Dublin zookeeper. This time in 1880, Thomas Flood was cleaning the enclosure of the red deer when, as he was leaving, a stag charged at him. Flood was grievously injured, suffering a fractured skull, 7 broken ribs. His hands were severely cut. However, he managed to get the stag back into its enclosure and bolted the door. He said to his co-workers that he'd be perfectly capable of walking home. However, he died not long after of his injuries. And finally, number 5. On the 15th of February 1900, a man from Irishtown here in Dublin, who shall remain anonymous, was buried within this cemetery. His cause of death was simply recorded as flatulency, which isn't a great way to go. And so, those 5 causes of death give you an insight into how fascinating the records of Glasnevin Cemetery can be. After all, they go all the way back to 1832 and record the lives and deaths of over 1.5 million people.